Morning guys, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I managed to get out because the weather from my end was actually really good. It's very sunny, so I managed to get out, and of course taps off. If you're from Scotland, you'll understand that. A number of you guys have been requesting that I do a video on microvision, so in this video I'm going to address that. So I'm going to talk about who microvision are, what they do, look at the share price, the price action, where the price has been going, where I believe the price is going to go. And I hope the information that I provide to you guys in this video is very helpful and valuable to yourselves. And if it is, and you enjoy the content that I put out on my channel, then make sure you guys subscribe. And of course, hit that notification bell. And if you don't subscribe, then just know that I appreciate you guys watching. And also, if you're like myself and you like to get this bread and you're looking for a good broker to go with, and I can recommend Webull. And of course, your boy's got you a good offer. So if you sign up with my link, then you can get 2 free stocks valued at $1,850. I mean, imagine the amount of bread that you can make with that. Microvision, who are they and what do they do? So Microvision, they're a technology company specializing in laser beam scanning technology. So this is effectively technology that can be used for projection and 3D image capturing. They were founded in 1993 and they went public in 1996. And the fact that they went public so quickly means that they're running the company well and they have a vision for the company, or it's not micro. And also that technology has been used by a smartphone manufacturer, Blackview. A key achievement for Microvision is that in 2018 they entered into a licensed agreement with a global manufacturing company. This is huge for them because that means their name as a company will be global, and also they'll be getting a lot of respect, the fact that they've gone into an agreement with a global manufacturer. But guys, on the real, the stuff Microvision do are really cool. Like for instance, the automotive section, they do the heads-up display. They've got augmented reality. So imagine your traditional cars, right? Have a look at the dash. That's where you see the speed you're doing on the speedometer. You've got everything, all the information relating to the car, whether it's the health of the car, to do with your journey, like how much fuel you've got. You generally have to look down or look at a different section. Even your sat nav, you have to look at a different section on your car. Or with the augmented reality, the information is actually screened on your windshield, so that way it's basically in your line of sight, so you don't take your eyes off the road or anything. I mean, how cool is that? This is some futuristic stuff. Another cool thing about that technology is that you can use that technology in an interactive environment. So imagine you're a chef, right? And traditionally you might have the iPad with the recipe, and maybe you've got oil splashing everywhere and it can damage the iPad or wherever. You can actually display the recipe on the wall, so that way you just look up, you continue cooking, you add your spices, and if you're like me, you love your spicy food, you add all your spices, all your seasoning, and that way you can't damage the iPad or have oil spraying on the recipe book. And also imagine you're a parent like myself and you're going through homework with your child, and again, if you're doing it on the iPad, you can actually display it on the wall, so that way the kid can interact with it as well. And for them, they'll think it's cool, like, oh my god, I can see my homework on the wall. So the equipment is actually designed for the modern world and for the future world, because that's the way technologies are going. Once upon a time, phones were like twice the size of your head, but nowadays you've got phones that you can fit in your pocket. That's the way Microvision are going, and the technology they're going. There's always going to be a market for the technology. So as a company, they're only going to grow and they're only going to get recognition and respect. And one thing to watch about, especially in the immediate future, is that Microvision, they've got their earnings call on the 29th of April. So in a couple of days, expect potentially a lot of volatility, and especially with this whole buy the rumor, sell the news. So the share price may drop. However, if you're invested right now and you want to protect yourself against the volatility, one thing you could potentially do is you can hedge against your position. So your position, you have shares in MVIS, so you're long, or if you want to protect yourself against the price falling, then you can perhaps buy a put option, and that way if the price falls, you make money on the put option. That way you're hedging against your position. So either way the price goes, you're making this bread. So if I have a look at the chart of MVIS, so as we can see, the share price basically got to the 100 moving average and is bounced off the 100 moving average. And right now the share price is heading up to test the resistance at $19.34. As we can see, pre-market, the pre-market price is actually above the resistance right now. So we'll see what the share price is doing. And guys, look at that beautiful green candle on Friday. That's the kind of candle that gets bulls going. So the 100 moving average is actually serving as a very good dynamic support, as the last time the price bounced off it was in 2020, and really the share price came back to retest it. So if I have a look at the 50 moving average, so part of the reason for this big bullish candle was the bulls were actually getting this price above the 50 moving average. So the price came down below the 50 moving average, went back above it, and the bears brought the price back down to the 50 moving average. So the bulls were like, you know what, we need to show the bears that we mean business. So we need to get this price way above this 50 moving average. And look at the volume. Guys, the volume, 117 million shares being traded, whereas the average volume is 20 million shares. That's insane. You know, the bulls didn't come to play, the mean business. They really want to take this price to new highs. So the fact that the 2020's 10K earnings was very good compared to 2019. So they had showed improvement. So a lot of investors are actually believing that, you know what, MVIS, this earnings is going to be positive. So they're driving this price up. But like I mentioned, guys, just be wary that the price may fall after the earnings because of this whole buy the rumor, sell the news. However, the price actually has been in a range bound from $19.34 and $10. So if the price falls after the earnings, then it might actually fall down to test the 50 moving average. And then if it breaks that 50 moving average, then it may continue to fall to test the $10 support. But all in all, guys, the share price may do one of two things. So one, it may actually break out of this resistance and continue heading to test the other resistance at $22. So basically between $22 and $24. So that's a resistance zone. If it breaks out of this, then guys, it could definitely head up to make a new high and continue heading up north. So if the content I provided in this video has been helpful, then make sure you guys subscribe and of course hit that notification bell. However, if you haven't subscribed or hit that notification bell, just know I appreciate you guys for watching, and I appreciate everyone who subscribed to me recently and everybody who are my day ones on this channel. I appreciate all you guys. And also, if you'd like to continue supporting the channel, then you guys can check out my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video, and God bless.